Hello friends, tonight we're going to take a look at the Streamlight 1L-1AA. I know, a small pocket flashlight sounds boring as shit. You're the gun penguin, not the boring fucking flashlight bird. And yes, that is true. But this is a video I've been meaning to make for 2 years, and this is a very useful object that I use every day of my life, and you may find that it works well for you. So I'm going to share it with you. The market is flooded with small, cheap Chinese flashlights with interesting features, very dubious lumen claims, and even more dubious build quality. On every street corner, there's a YouTube influencer opening their trench coat like, "Psst, kid, hey, you want to buy an Olight? These Olights are the best flashlight you can get," they say. "They're much better than Mod Light or Surefire, and they only cost you $80, but with my coupon, they're just $27 for 6,000 lumens. 6,000 lumens for 2 minutes, 340 lumens after that. Do not combine with other antibiotics. Consult a doctor if lumens persist for more than 30 minutes. Side effects include death and power shitting." Olight. Show them your O-face. Get your Olight today. But before there was Olight, Streamlight was the original affordable source for pocket illumination. The 1L-1AA is made in China. It has very cool features, and the price is right. It's a damn simple light without complicated coupon schemes or wildly fluctuating lumen readings. You can put a bunch of different kinds of batteries in it, and it's a very good light. The end. End of review. You know that's not really the end of the review because I'm the one making it. You know this video is going to be stupid long and wordy with no real point or helpful information. Just a lot of erotic horse pictures. Speaking of, my wife got you a present. Look at this horse calendar. Oh yes, this is majestic. Someone had to make this calendar. Someone took these erotic photographs of horses. Oh yes. It's fantastic. Let's see. I like that picture. That's really that's especially erotic. This is how I feel about this light. I'm that into it. I'm as into that light as this horse is into that. Well, I can't tell which horse is more into the other horse. Maybe it's completely equal. I don't know. Listen, I don't know what their relationship is like. I have this relationship more with other lights, you know, where like with Olight, Olight, we kind of stand near each other, and that's the extent of it. Not a huge fan. This horse isn't crazy about that horse, even though it looks like they're related. So that's kind of fucked up. And then this is us right here. You know, that's you and that's me. You're ushering me through life, helping me along, making sure that I get by okay, looking after me. I appreciate that. That's really good. Speaking of love, if you love this channel and love this video, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And if you're able, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Your contribution grants you access to the TGP Discord server, an awful place that you must see to believe. And for $5 a month, you get seasonal TGP patches. Back to the show. Features. The 1L-1AA is, as Streamlight calls it, an everyday carry flashlight. They also call it a super bright dual fuel tactical flashlight, which sounds like it's written to appeal to guys who drive those trucks where the back tires need to have like a bonus tire attached to it, and they've got Mandalorian bumper stickers on the truck. Yeah, dual fuel also sounds like the name of one of those really awful ass rock bands from the mid 2000s. You know, like what were they? Chevelle, that was one of them, I think. You know, the ones that exclusively play in drop D, and they write riffs by just fucking smacking their little index fingers on the fretboard with wanton abandon. I wrote a riff. Yeah, so dual fuel means that it accepts two sorts of batteries. The usual CR123s, which is what I have in there right now, but also AA's. But AAA's also work in it, and that's a huge selling point to me. Let's look at that. Well, I don't know why I was going to use the battery as the cap. Oh, God, what the fuck is wrong with me? Look at that. That was a AAA battery that I stuck in there. That's cool. Anyway, back in with the 1, 2, 3. So most of the small batteries that you have lying around will work in this light. That's excellent. This light is 4 1/4 inches long and weighs 2.5 ounces with a 123 battery. It puts out 350 lumens for an hour and 20 minutes or so, I think. Yeah, I think it's an hour and 20. And again, that's with a 123. Double A's will put out less light, and triple A's less than that. Keep that in mind. It only makes sense. The light has the tap 10 function, where you tap the light 10 times and the mode changes, giving you access to a low mode, a high mode, strobe, that sort of thing. I think those are the only ones, but still, 3 is pretty awesome. We'll take a look at that later in great detail. The tap 10 is super cool. It's awesome, especially for the price. So for momentary light, apply pressure to the tail cap, but don't click it. Apply pressure for the duration of time that you wish for the light to shoot forth from the device and then release to discontinue the stream of light. Wow, it's in the name. I don't know why I'm showing you this like you've never seen a light before. I don't know if some of you might be stupid or something. I know a few of you are because I read the comments. And for constant on, click the tail cap like I just did. The light will stay on. That's what constant means, as in my talking is constant. To turn off the light, click the tail cap again. Hooray, you now know how to light. The body is aluminum, and this reversible pocket clip is spring steel, obviously. And there's this little notch in the head here to prevent the light from rolling. I guess also the pocket clip kind of prevents that too, but you know, it's got a fail safe there just in case the pocket clip fails. It won't roll away from you. So that's a lot of features for like $40 or 45 or whatever they are now. There's a lot packed into this light. It's excellent. How is the Streamlight performed? Well, first of all, this was a gift. About 2 years ago, my dear friend, the Practical Tactical Minimalist, sent this to me. If you aren't subscribed to his channel, you really should be. Not only is he a very close friend of mine, his channel is one of the best around. He is truly an expert on lights, both handheld and weapon mounted. If you're looking for light information, that's your guy. As you can see from the marks and scratches on it, I have used this light a lot. It's been beaten to death over the last 2 years. This is a very durable light for the money. A few times it's had some flashing issues, or the light would randomly cut off on me, but I just shake it or hit it on something, and it starts working again. I definitely trust it at this point. And the actual light it emits is excellent. 350 lumens is perfect for most tasks, and I find myself really, though, mostly using the low mode, which is only 40 lumens with a 123 battery. The beam is plenty wide with a useful hotspot. Will you be able to blind someone with the light in a defensive situation? Perhaps, but that's not really what this light does best, despite its description as a tactical flashlight. So what the hell was the tap 10 or whatever, or 10 tap, whatever, 10, some combination of 10 and tap. Well, the light has several modes. In the present mode, when I press the tail cap, I get low mode. If I tap it and then hold it, I get the high mode. Very useful. I usually leave it in this mode. If I tap the switch 9 times and hold it on the 10th, the light will strobe, indicating that we have switched modes to the strobe mode. Let's take a look at that. So, in strobe mode, we get high if we just tap it once. Or if we want to get the strobe mode, tap it and then hold it on the second tap. And Jesus, that strobe is jarring. It's like the cops are interrupting our rave. Let's see the third mode here. Tap 9 times, hold on the 10th, and this time instead of strobing, the light moves to high mode, indicating that we're in the third mode. In this third mode, there's no functionality but the high mode. Very useful. I still prefer the option to use the low mode, though. All right, so we will tap it 10 times. When the beam changes to the low mode, we will hold it for a moment, and we will know that we're back in our original mode. There we go. Low mode. High mode. Perfect. Just like I like it. So this light isn't really that good at being a tactical light. Whatever the fuck that means. What a lame thing to say. But this light just doesn't have enough power, and frankly, it's too useful for that. This is really an all-purpose flashlight to carry every day, and that's what I use it for. When I'm not selling guns at my shop, I work as a producer / audio engineer, and I also make and repair guitars and other stringed instruments because those things are super fun to do. A flashlight is a necessary tool for me, perhaps the most necessary. I use it all day, every day. Without this light, my life would be much more difficult. Dropped a pickguard screw? Well, no worries, this light will find it before it enters the parts dimension, never to be seen again. Need to see what the fuck is going on the back of that console? No worries, you have this light. You need to take a look at the state of a gun's feed ramps. Again, no worries. You have a light. I find that I mostly use the low mode to look at stuff while I use the high mode to look for stuff. If I need to look in a guitar or take a closer look at something, that's the right mode because it's plenty bright without blinding me with a reflection. The high mode is great for finding stuff that I drop on the floor, little parts and pieces that like to run away and find a portal home to the parts dimension where chaos reigns. The high mode is also ideal for lighting a dark room, obviously. Anyhow, the Streamlight is lightweight, with a mode appropriate to every situation. I love it and I use it constantly. If you work in a profession that involves tiny bits of electronics or guns or plugging things into other things or using tools, you need a light. These are $40. Might as well be this one. Final thoughts. I can't find anything negative to say here. I'd like to. You know I tend to prefer expensive things like mod lights and surefires. I'd love to tell you that this cheap light is shitty, but it's not. And those expensive lights usually don't have low modes. You can't dig through your battery drawer and power them with whatever random bullshit you find in there. They often don't have strobe modes that you can use to turn any moment into a rave or some kind of Pokemon battle or whatever the kids are into these days. This light is $40, so you can buy 3 of them and scatter them in places where you might need a light. And they're small enough that you'll actually remember to take it with you. I can't stress it enough how convenient it is that you can power this with any battery. Just about. Because I use a light constantly, I run out of battery juice constantly. I rarely use the same sort of battery juice twice. Whatever is around will work. So why the hell am I even trying to sell you on this one? If you don't understand why this is a good idea, I'm probably not going to be able to convince you now. So go buy one or don't or whatever. But it's a really good light and I highly recommend it. Or maybe you just need a good friend to buy you one. But thanks for watching and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I will talk to you soon. Good night.